is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 21 of Diablo 3 on the Xbox Series X. We are exactly where we were, people. We are in the Enclave, and we've got a whole, well, we've started the Reaper of Souls section, and we've reached the first main city point, Survivor's Enclave, and we've got a whole bunch of conversations to be having, so we're going to get around those. However, well, in fact, we might have to have them first, because I certainly want to scrap my stuff, so let's speak to Hadrig. Strange sounds.
What's that noise?
Is that it? Thoughts?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadrig?
I was wondering what you thought of Westmarch, Irena.
It is a fascinating city. So grey and dark, yet there is old magic running through parts of it. Magic from the east.
Well, actually, now that he's conversationed out, let's do a bit of a dump to salvage. Now, there was a few bits I was thinking about that we've hung on to from the big drops we got from the boss fight at the end of, well, Diablo, I think we got these from. We've got a helm, which I think we maybe weren't going to bother with because, well, it takes the dex right up. We lose vitality, we gain physical resistance. It's got a socket in it, which we could do something with. So, but losing 251 vitality is a fairly big hit. It's only taking the health down right enough. A plus 14% impale damage, which it's not really for us, is it? I think we'll just leave the helm and keep what we've got. The actual base protection isn't that much different anyway. So, I think we'll junk that one. It'll give us some stuffs anyway. And we're not going to use that sword. However, I think I'll put it in my chest just in case I do come across other characters I want to play. Not enough inventory space to complete the operation. Well, there's a shot. I've only got that much stuff in it. Bloody hell, can you not expand the stash or... I've hardly got anything in my stash. Well, we could take something out, I suppose. Pretty sure that bow is done for now. Got a big gem in that other bow, though. When are we getting the gem out of that bad boy? It was a good bow, that. I'm trying to remember why we swapped it out. Yeah, well, the other one had more of a bit of everything, really. The 1500 life per hit was coming from the gem. But the one we've got on's got plus 77 experience on it. I think when we find the jeweler, we'll take that gem out. Lord Vermilion.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Is that all he's got to say? Well, we'll leave those ones till last. Let's do these ones first. Emily. Freed from the sewer.
Can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Everything you require, right here.
Whoa, 3 socketed items. What's going on, people? Well, to be fair, we are already wearing one. He's hardly got anything. Templar. Cormac's unease, sorry.
I know that look. Something's bothering you.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
A man who did what he believed was right.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
Catching up.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
Would seem to be. Lord Harold Snow. Martial disharmony.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Yeah, some of these are just sort of fluff conversations, aren't they, really? Oswin.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Deandra the Scholar.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zak...
What the hell is going on out there?
What the hell? Musty cellar. Whoa. You alright, Bryson? Just standing there with all the chaos behind you. Musty cellar.
Someone came for me. After all this time.
My friend Hadrig heard you.
Bloody miracle! Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Follow me. It's safe up there now.
Well, ish. Safe-ish, I think you'll find.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakis was a clever man, after all.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Everyone runs. The question is, what will you do next time?
Hey, is this my main team now? Yeah, we've got the Soulstone Silver. What's that all about? Lorath? The Horadrim.
The Horadrim have returned at a strange time.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Evidently.
Tyrael, my friend, the Silver.
That sliver is just a fragment of...
Or sliver, I should say.
How can it help us?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
About Malthael.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How is that possible?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Either way, it's disturbing, and I will stop him. The dead deserve peace.
Malthael's Reapers.
The soul crucibles turn the dead into reapers?
Sadly, yes.
Even the Death Maidens.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
Very good. Right, we've cleaned up a fair bit of that. What I haven't found is the jeweler. There he is. The jeweler. Two girls with green eyes. Lyria.
Did you know there were once two moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
You've never told the whole story of anything in your entire life.
Well, no. But Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
So you'll finally tell me if you're a god?
Or not? Shen's thoughts?
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spend many a carefree day browsing the aisles. To think that I will never again see all those happy little stalls, those rows of jewels, and those gem cutters.
Right, conversation's done. Let's get our item out of our weapon. Remove. Why have I still got that? That must be in my storage, surely. Yeah, so we've got our necklace that I was thinking about putting on. The only problem with the necklace is we will lose 1,294 life per hit, but we're getting over 1,000 life per hit from the weapon, so I'm feeling like we could in theory get away with putting this new one on. It does have a big boost in dexterity and vitality, so, and well, life goes up as well in general. So I'm wondering if we should try putting a gem in it. And what do we want? Resist all. Well, actually, yeah, we could do with just checking if we can make a bigger version of something. Combine. Well, that would be strength if we did those. 100 strength. It would be intelligence with that. It would be dexterity with that. What are our stats looking like? Well, our strength and intelligence are both super low compared to dex, but that's because we're a dex character. The intelligence gives us more in the way of resistances. But there is also a resist all gem, which might be worth thinking about. I'm trying to remember what the hell... Strength. Primary attribute for Barbarians. Crusaders increases all damage for Barbarians and Crusaders. Increases armor by 102 for all classes. So it's, yeah, it's armor. Okay, let's just do a... See what we've got the most of to make. Well, we can make one of those. Still shy of being a big one. We can make a big one of those. Star Emerald. It's going to give us plus 58 dexterity. That's vitality. Not actually sure, guys, whether or not it's worth doing. The dexterity is probably worth it, but I would have liked a slightly bigger one than that. It's not the biggest jump in the world, plus 58 dex, is it? But ooh. Where were we putting it again? Yeah, not in the helms. Where the hell are all those helms? They're in the chest as well, so no wonder my chest's full. We shall get on with some action very shortly, people. A new companion?
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Ah, right, yeah.
And now he won't go away.
Well, you saved his life. Perhaps he's grateful.
I am. In fact, I'm going to repay Hadric by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
The past.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other, like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
I totally forgot what I was doing. I was going to go to the chest and see what the frack is going on with it. Yeah, I've got loads of helms in here. Could probably do with just collapsing them all. Yeah, I junked that for a reason. Nah, sod it. Let's just get rid of them all. So if we put this on now, yeah, it's a fair jump. It's nearly another 1,000 in damage. So all we're losing really is the health on hit. So we'll see how we get on with that. We'll stick the old one in the chest for now, just in cases. Seriously. Okay. I think I'm happy with that, people. I think we've got a pretty... Why have I got 2 bows? Did I say I was going to get rid of them? That's the one we just took the thingy out of. Alright. We are pretty clear, people, so let's crack on. Let's go do some action. Westmarch Commons. Waypoint. Uzuriel's satchel.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
My spirit has lifted.
Your spirit has lifted, has it? Yeah, I did notice as well in my inventory I'm still wearing, I mentioned it a few episodes back, I'm still wearing a really shit ring on one of it's like a level 1 ring or something, and it's because it's got chance to freeze on it. And I've never found it on any other item that I can remember. Wheesh now with all your noises. Well, yes, I've kind of come. I've gone in the direction that I probably shouldn't have gone first. Actually, I have to do a bunch of backtracking now. Oh, they're on my side. Oh, what? They were on my side, or they weren't. They weren't fighting me anyway. Ooh, well, I was just talking about a ring, weren't I? Eh? I was just saying how rubbish one of my rings was, level 1. Well, there's no chance to freeze on it, sadly, but look, the dex goes up by about a gazillion. 188 dex, plus 25% critical hit damage, plus 1025 life per second, plus 69 lightning resistance. You drain life from enemies around you. We'll give it a go, eh? I assume that you drain life from enemies around you is an actual functional thing. Like, it's not... Oh, let's find out. Yeah, I mean, that is taking our damage up by 2,000. Just about. I think it's time to say goodbye to the Blizzard Ring, sadly. I think I don't recall in all the time I've been playing since I found that at about level 1 ever finding another Blizzard Ring, sadly. Have a higher stats. Ooh, hello. It really needs to start dropping stuff that's better. Like... not sure about the crossbow. Let's have a look. But certainly higher in damage. But I don't think I'm going to use it. Chance to deal 18% area damage on hit is quite cool, isn't it? However, we'll lose... Oh, so how are we losing vitality? That's got more vitality on it. Lose 220 dex, though. I'm not willing to lose 220 dex. No. That's enough of that nonsense. Already junked the belt. Alright, that's the way we're meant to be going, so let's just come back. Whoa, hello. Let's just backtrack a bit. Ow.
That is impossible.
He didn't last long, did he? Wow, what's that music for? $305 compared to 160. Oof. I lose 162 dex, but I gain intelligence and armor. And 560 life per second, yeah. Not sure.
How different this place must have been before. People coming and going, shopping and living.
Right, back to where we were going, I think. Still bits right at the very beginning, though, that I didn't uncover. Could just be little dead ends, though. That was definitely the other way I meant to be going for the for the quest marker. Oh yeah, I didn't do that dungeon either. And there's another one over there. Winton Courtyard.
Reapers didn't kill these people, so who did? More bodies?
What foul deeds have been happening?
Death to the nobles!
What's the meaning of this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
You would kill your own people? At a time like this?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Hey, well, let's do the dungeon before we forget it, because it was down here. Or up here. Tustine's Brewery.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them.
Well, that went rather well.
Do you know why this is happening? It's madness!
Bring your men to the Survivors' Enclave at the Cathedral. Go!
You have to blow half the building down. Right, I think the... oh, maybe not. Christ almighty, there's more back of the way.
My spirits have lifted.
All right. This house is clean. We can now go the correct way. Bloody hell, the blue stuff goes up slow, doesn't it? Meanwhile, back in Gotham... abandoned cultist stores. Well,
You destroyed the Coven. You, of all people, will understand what I'm doing here. Our ill-gotten treasure is behind this door. We did despicable things to amass it. Desecrated tombs, robbed corpses. Things you would never do. I was going to destroy it, but you, the hand of righteousness, you can use it for good.
I bet you any money it's full of shit I won't use. Ooh, a secret passage, no less. Well, there's lots of chests in here. Good grief. Could have been filled with more useless shit if it tried.
The past still weighs heavily on you, doesn't it?
Nonsense. I think often about what the future may hold, what adventures lie before us. The past is so distant, and the future such a mystery. I cannot help but wonder.
What's that? Oh, it's something I put on the floor, I think. Onward. Gideon's Row. Tell you, the level ups have severely slowed down. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I did go off and Google why we're not getting Paragon points at level 50, and it's because when they released the patch, well, not patch, the DLC for this game, which is Act 5, the Reaper of Souls, they increased the level to 70 instead of 50, so you have to reach level 70 before you start getting Paragon points.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose.
That Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible. Not for long, though.
Down upon yourself, mortal.
Goodbye.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to...
Wondered where she was.
But how?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now.
Wow, you're coming with us then. Nice. Bit of Miriam action. Go to the Briarthorn Cemetery.
Malthael. He's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way.
You need to get to the Survivors' Enclave. Malthael's Reapers are everywhere.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
Please, a monstrosity infests my family's crypt, and there's no one to protect it. Thank you, hero. We can all rest now.
Woo! Level up and ride your pony! Level 56, people. Well, it is one that we're using. Shoot fire arrows and reduce hatred cost. Or rapidly fire grenades that explode. See what it looks like. It's quite cool, but my main move is just so good. Right. Also, if you use that... Oh, that keeps my yellow going up as well. Enemies hit by rapid fire are chilled. Can actually try that one now that we're not losing yellow for it. Strafe. Shoot homing rockets while moving. Throw grenades that randomly target enemies. Not sure about that one. I think I'll go back to my icy trail, which I quite liked.
That was just a taste!
A legendary mace.
Bleed, you filth!
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How did you hear about her?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
You have a lot to learn about me.
A big, giant, bloody hammer is what it is. Level 55 hammer.
My pack is full.
What the shit? That's a first. Must have picked up a shit ton of stuff there.
I need to go back.
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
See, you're already here now. Just stay here.
Laughter.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Oh, there's a waypoint over there. They were totally walked past by the looks of it. How did we not quite reach it?
If you can see the future, then do you know if this battle has an end?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why does that sound so wrong?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are a so cherish that will never believe you can be happy and content. Say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
A wandering hero, just in time to protect me as I grab these last trinkets. We'll split it, eh? This looks promising. Keep watch. If I get eaten, I blame you.
Christ almighty, how many?
Oh no, I'm dead.
Ooh, amulet. Legendary amulet. Ooh, hello. Well, that bow's looking a bit promising. Well, I don't want to give up 342 dexterity particularly. Not a bad amulet, but not for us people. Yeah, again, I don't want to give up 232 vitality and 220 dex. Damage was higher somehow. Oh, because of the damage stat. So not like we're struggling, is it? I mean, by any stretch.
Thanks for keeping me alive. Here's your share. I'm off to find the nearest abandoned tavern.
Okie dokie, onward. It's worth a look. Take a look at that in a minute. Well, one socket. No. Right, back down to the bottom, very bottom corner up here.
This should be a peaceful place of eternal rest. Instead, it mocks nature.
Slowly creeping towards 57. Noble's Rest Courtyard.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
What was that?
That would be Urzael.
Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Very well.
Made him run away is what I did.
The Enclave and see if Tyrael has made any progress with the sliver.
Return to the Enclave. Where are you going? She's just walking there, is she? I'm going to teleport. Oh, there you go.
I am returning to town.
I'm returning to town. A new top. That's rubbish. Troubles arise.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy. I'll never see it again.
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
That's going well then.
Mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. Now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Thoughts?
I don't feel like talking right now.
Alright.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
Christ almighty, how many conversations?
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
The angels pledged not to interfere with humanity. This one broke his word, and he will regret it.
Good.
The Grand Meister.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
If he's the leader of the Order, he probably knows.
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
Brainwashed, mate. Oh, he's got a big exclamation mark now.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
You really think I'll let you get away with that?
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
You won't be able to get there if Westmarch is overrun. We have to save this city first.
All right, I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need.
Okay. We've got 2 yellow exclamation marks as it happens now. Harold the Weasel.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Madness, I tell you, madness! Rescued.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Cain.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was a great ally, a guide. He never wavered. Had he lived, things might be very different.
Could one man make such a difference?
Now is not the time to speak of this. We have a city to save.
I am sorry.
Diablo Slayer.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I battle the darkness in all of its forms. That particular one was difficult.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
Nor should they. That is the work of demon hunters, my friend.
Lorath's history.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
But your heart was not in it.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Cain. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
There's a little asterisk above the... Can't get to it. The last holdouts.
I'm surprised that the swords of Westmarch were able to last this long.
You are from here, aren't you?
I was.
You have returned to us in our darkest hour. Many good soldiers have sacrificed themselves.
And yet, you still live.
I know you will be a great help to us, Hunter.
Reinforcements.
Why haven't you received reinforcements from Bramwell and Kingsport? They are loyal to the Crown.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I did not know. That is... disturbing.
I'm not going to get to talk to that little stone until I've spoken to Tyrael, which I don't want to kick off in this part because we're about to wrap it up, people. So we've got an exclamation mark at the top, and we've got 2 exclamation marks here. And I suspect it's separate little missions with each of these guys, which we might do first, actually, at the beginning of the next part, people. We are completely free in our inventory, are we? Looks like it. Now, apart from a junk... why hasn't I junked that? Am I not allowed to junk that ring? Doesn't seem to say it can't be junked. Oh. Yeah, it can't be salvaged for some reason. I assume I can sell it though.
Happy to help.
Aye. Hardly worth it for that amount of coin. Well, there you are, folks. Thoroughly enjoyed that once again. Yeah, we'll do these. We'll do these two little side quests. I'm assuming. Well, they're not.
I have some good news for you, Cormac.
And what, pray, is that?
Westmarch is recovering. You can stop being so miserable. Or at least return to your normal level of misery.
I'm not miserable. I'm just thinking.
Oh dear. That's even worse. This is serious, isn't it?
Right, yeah, so we'll do those. I don't know if they're qualified as side quests, but we'll do those quests before we do the Tyrell quest in the next part, people. Well, there you are. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Diablo 3 on the Xbox Series X, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.